What up? What's going on, everybody? It's JA, and for today's video, we have a very special early unboxing. This has got to be one of the craziest pairs of Yeezys I've ever seen. I actually took a sneak peek at these joints, and man, they are wild. So stay tuned for that. We also have a Yeezy Gap unboxing. Before we get things started, if you guys could do me a solid favor, go ahead and leave a thumbs up here underneath today's video. It helps out the channel tremendously. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So today, Thursday, June 21st, the official first ever Yeezy Gap pop-up took place in New York City, Times Square. Shout out to everyone that sent over pictures and images of the event. An incredible experience to be a part of. Now, if you guys are subscribed to the channel, you would know that in Monday's video, I mentioned to look out for these pop-ups coming soon. I actually received an anonymous message about the pop-up in advance. So it's crazy to see that everything went as planned. Now, they did mention footwear would be available. To my knowledge, no footwear was available at the pop-up, but here are additional details about the Yeezy Gap pop-up for all of you guys. So if you weren't in New York City, as I mentioned, there are pop-up events scheduled in other major cities coming up very soon. So according to the message, it said Thursday the 21st, merch dropping at Gap's Times Square in New York City. Saturday, 47 to 50 Gap stores will drop merch in store. 10 to 14 day event. Saturday, 3 pop-up vans will sell merch in LA, Miami, and Chicago. Now, when I dropped this video on Monday, I was kind of optimistic. I wasn't so sure if this would go down, but it looks like Thursday's pop-up went as planned. Although we didn't get footwear, I'm gonna have to take all of this and believe everything that this person is telling me. So be on the lookout for Saturday pop-up vans in select cities. So if you're in the LA, Miami, or Chicago area, be on the lookout. It's gonna be a crazy experience. So I'm kind of loving what they're doing with this whole Yeezy Gap Balenciaga thing with the pop-ups in stores, but I still feel like there is somewhat of a disconnect, you know, with the general consumer and Yeezy Gap Balenciaga. I feel like a lot of the general consumers connected more with the first Yeezy Gap planned drops. And I feel like the Yeezy Gap Balenciaga stuff is really just strictly for the community. But regardless, it's dope. I'm excited for the future. And I hope they bring back the mainline Yeezy Gap stuff. So according to what I was told, in store for the Yeezy Gap Balenciaga drop, all they had available were tops. So no jackets, we just had tees as well as hoodies available. So hopefully for some of the future drops or later date, we will see more items added in store. But for now, you have all of the items are currently available on the website. So we're gonna go ahead and check out this joint right here. This is the snake bag, which I was shocked to get this because I received like 100 emails saying that it was delayed. And then I got an update the following morning saying your package has been shipped out. It actually arrived a day earlier than expected. So I'm excited to check this joint out. Comes here in this plastic bag. Dang, there's an opening. So here you have it. Minimalistic design. You got the Yeezy Gap snake bag. Wow. So inside, you got the Yeezy branding, made in China. This joint is super soft, very plush. You got a little Gap branding there on the bottom. And I gotta say, the quality on the zipper is superior. So I'm definitely a fan of this joint. You got a little back pocket right here. Just a convenient, cool little bag to rock. So definitely happy about the pickup. All right, so let me know if you guys cop the snake bag or if you're waiting on any of your other items from the YGB drop. So we're gonna go ahead and check out these joints right here. This is the latest addition to the Yeezy Knit Runner line. These joints are called Fade Azure, and as I mentioned before, have got to be the craziest pair of Yeezys I've ever saw. So we're gonna go ahead and check these joints out. The release date on these is to be determined. And yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it, guys. So go ahead and drop your first thoughts on the upcoming Yeezy Knit Runner Fade Azure. So I know there's gonna be a lot of Ninja Turtle comments down below, but I have to say that whether you love or hate the Yeezy Knit Runner, the sneaker is very polarizing. And speaking of this being a very polarizing model, I feel like the Yeezy brand just in general fits that bill. I mean, when it comes to their releases, I really feel like you either love or hate them. There's not really much room in the middle, which makes for an interesting brand and interesting design concept. So the Knit Runner, when we first heard about them, we thought it was gonna be basically like a sock foam runner, but man, were we wrong about that? So essentially you have a slip-on shoe. These definitely fit Ye's vision of laceless sneakers, and I just appreciate the fact that they are pushing sneaker design forward. As I mentioned earlier, with the polarizing look of this footwear, you're either gonna love it or hate it. But from a design standpoint, if you design something, wouldn't you love for people to find it polarizing more than just being in the middle and just releasing a boring retro looking sneaker? So I love the design aspect that they are pushing things forward. I'm a huge fan of this colorway. Like, I mean, look at these. You've never seen anything like this before. Check out the bottoms of these joints. You got the size tag displayed on the outer sock liner area. Joints are great in terms of the color. I like how they're pushing things forward. The only complaint that I have about the design, I mean, they look awesome from the bottom. They look really cool from the top down view, as well as from the side view. It's just from this angle, these joints do look like elf shoes. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I feel like one thing that would have made this pair extremely better, but I mean, I'm no footwear designer by any chance, but I would make this area extend up higher. I feel like that would make this shoe have a better structure. It's more similar to the Yeezy Foam Runner, but instead you have this like flat design that gives you an elf looking shaped foot. So that's the only issue I have with these, but other than that, I say that these are definitely a must cop for the collection. Now, when it comes to this joint right here, in terms of sizing, they do run small. So you wanna go up at least a half size as I did here. I would even go as far as to go up a full size from your true to size. And another thing I did notice compared to the OG is you were able to take out the insole. On these newly released pairs, the insole is actually completely stitched to the bottom of this shoe. So that's an interesting design choice. Now, in terms of the release on this, again, I have no clue. I haven't seen these on any release calendar. I had no idea they were even dropping until the images popped up. These joints definitely are cool, so I'm excited to have these. Now, in terms of the release, I have no idea when these joints are dropping, if they even have a tentatively scheduled release date or not, or if these joints are just gonna be samples. But I would like to have a wider release just cause, you know, to see more people rocking these joints. So Yeezy Knit Runner Fade Azure, another addition to the personal collection, guys. Drop your thoughts and opinions. I know there's not gonna be many people in the middle. You're either gonna love or hate these joints. So we're gonna wrap up today's video. Be on the lookout tomorrow. We will have an early look at the upcoming Yeezy Slide Bone before Monday's release. That way you guys can take a look, you know, if you happen to hit on the confirmed raffle or get lucky on Yeezy Supply. So salute to everybody for tuning in, man. I'm about to throw these joints on feet and rock out. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Huge salute.